Wait, no, let me make it so it sounds. There we go. Hello, everybody. It's me, it's Maura, and this is obviously the most different intro I've done for a while, but I wanted to let you know, well, if the microphone is somewhat different, is because I'm not at home and thus I haven't rang my microphone. So you'll be hearing me with this, with the phone. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know because the quality may not be as great. It might be a little bit more difficult to understand me. But I really wanted to get a video out, and I figured out that this was possibly the only somewhat decent way of making it happen. So apologies really if the sound isn't the best, but there's not much more that I can do. And yep, enjoy the video. It is actually hard to believe, but the 2025 season is already here. And yes, I am back, and luckily for us, so is the Daytona 24 hours for the first time since 2023. And if you missed the joke, then I recommend you go watch last year's highlights. We have got new faces on the grid, cars, teams making their Daytona debut, and a lot to talk about. So let's jump straight into it. Firstly, let's talk about the top class, GTP. Daytona won't be marking the Valkyrie LMH debut, even though we all wished it was. However, we will have a GTP car making its Daytona debut, the Lamborghini LMDH. Similar to Aston Martin, they decided to miss the IMSA season opener in Daytona to make the car debut in the World Endurance Championship with a more optimized setup as well as having more knowledge around the car. Funny enough, while we know Lamborghini will race, we actually have no clue about what team will be running the car, so that is interesting. Although they have dropped this massive livery, so hats off to Lamborghini. It isn't all about them though. The number 7 Porsche won the race last year with an amazing comeback once the race went past the 18-hour mark. They managed to beat the Cadillacs fair and square in race pace and will be trying to repeat that feat this year with the 2 Penske cars as well as the Starfield JDC and the Proton. Although this time it might be a little bit easier. The reason why? Well, while Cadillacs has kept the wheel and team, Chip Ganassi Racing decided to not renew their agreement with General Motors and will not race a GTP this season. If you're wondering why, there is a pretty good video that I will link to you at the top of your screen if you want to go watch it. The team that will be taking the 2 cars that have been left behind will be the Wayne Taylor Racing Andretti, which, funny enough, were managing the 2 Acuras last season. And then, taking their place in Acura will be the returning Meyer Shank Racing team, though this time they will have 2 cars, one fully managed by Meyer Shank, while the other will be managed mostly by Honda Racing Corporation. Finally, in the top class, we have BMW, and while they haven't changed teams nor have they updated the car, they have done a massive driver lineup change, and will have all the 6 World Endurance Championship drivers racing Daytona, as well as the 2 IMSA-focused drivers with Wittmann and Eng. Then we have LMP2. LMP2 rarely has big changes apart from the drivers, and this year is no exception. By the time I am recording this video, there are still a few driver lineups yet to be confirmed, although we do have a few favourites already with the number 4 CrowdStrike APR, the number 11 TDS, the number 88 AF Corsa, if Compact decides to not be an absolute dick, and an outsider in the number 43 Europol. It's always been the category where we've had the most fierce battles, most notably the 2023 photo finish or the 2024 battle in the morning between Malta Jakobsen and Conor Silic. LMP2 never fails to give a spectacle, so we can only hope that the stream actually shows us more of their battles rather than watching GTPs that are as lonely as Hamilton in the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix start. We then move to GTD Pro, which is, to be honest with you, the category that I look the most forward to. We have lineups that are full of talent, like the number 3 Corvette with Juncadella, Garcia and Sims, the number 81 Dragon Speed with Albert Costa, David Rigon, Molina and Thomas Neubauer, the number 77 Porsche with the great Lorin Heinrich, Klaus Bachler and Picariello, and the number 91 Trackhouse with Ben Keating, McLaughlin, Van Gisbergen and the latest American superstar, Conor Silic.
GTD Pro does have a slight problem, however, and that problem is called mediatic attention. There is unfortunately not a single soul, apart from die-hard fans and some journalists, that actually care about them. I'm not even kidding. Hadn't it been for Rexy going to the class in 2024, they could have gone completely unnoticed. Hopefully in 2025, more people will realise that they deserve a lot more attention than what they are getting, but for now, the problem remains there. Finally, there is the GTD class, which, while not full of pros, is always full of entertainment as well as crashes. In here, we can find some fairly decent lineups, with my main contender for the win, the number 21A of course, and then we have the 32 Mercedes, the 36 Corvette, the underdogs in the number 47, and the usual fan favourites with the number 83 Iron Dames, this time with a new driver in their roasting, Karen Gallard. I probably butchered the pronunciation. I think that this year's field, though, apart from those cars that I've mentioned, is not as good as in the last few years. So, to be honest with you, I think their best addition to the field will be them messing up the higher class cars. And with that will be it for today. And hopefully this time my exams won't make me miss another 9 fucking months. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you all next time around. Bye bye.